There are few things that bring me more joy than a great bag. I'm packing this one for a trip as we speak, and I'm happy to add 2 more to the list. I've been using the Conway+Banks hockey bags for a few months, and if you're in the market for a new one, I'll show off the bags and share the features that I love, and then you can see if they resonate with you. This video, along with my Sparks mini-series, is sponsored by Conway+Banks. They provided me with both of these bags for review, though they have no input on this video, and they don't get to see it before you do. But please view my opinions with a healthy skepticism, as I would encourage you to do with any sponsored review on YouTube. As we'll get into, I sought them out as a potential sponsor after purchasing this Pacific Rink bag with my own money, which is also solid. So actually, let's start there. The 2 biggest advantages that I saw in switching away from that bag to the Conway+Banks bag. Number 1, and one of the core features of the Conway+Banks design in my opinion, was about getting more airflow, which is not the most exciting feature, I'll give you that, but it's really important to me. If you're familiar, the Pacific Rink bag does have a vented slot, but the Conway+Banks is built with 2 generous ones on each side, and there's more structure to the bag generally in order to support this design. The reason I like my camera bags and travel bag, and why I'm liking the Sparks travel case so much, it's because they're great on the move and great for general storage, which is really important for someone like me without a garage, without a basement, without a lot of space. The bags that I like to use have to be good at both, and for hockey, airflow is a really big important feature. I like to think that I'm pretty good about getting my equipment outside in the sun and the breeze, preferably after each skate, but for much of 2023, I was skating 3 to 4 mornings a week, and anything to help keep it more dry was what I was looking for, and I found it here. Number 2 was sizing. The Pacific Rink bag is one size, but for me, as an adult small medium player, I could eliminate some of that extra sloppiness, fit everything in the Conway+Banks senior small medium, be more compact, yet still have some room. My gloves are 13 inches, my shin pads are 14 inches, size 8 vapors, some skimpy shoulder pads that don't protect you from a separated shoulder, by the way. Basically a slim 5'8". Everything fits nice in here, there's room for a big old Nalgene, and there's plenty of room for the accessory bag as well. I like to keep it on the top of my skate toes or on top of the elbow pads. And this is something I found out with my camera bag system. It might be something you know from travel if you're used to packing cubes, but the modularity of having this bag is really great. You can sneak by without something like this on the Pacific Rink bag, but I would say this is a must-have here. You do have a mesh zip pocket on the interior, but to accommodate that airflow first design, there aren't a ton of other pockets on the interior of the main compartment. I place my keys and phone in this one. Plenty of room in here though, with 2 main pockets and 2 slash pockets for organization on one side. I've got all your usual suspects: clear, cloth, wax, scissors, multi-tool, laces, and then some gauze and alcohol wipes if anybody needs discount surgery. And my runner tool is tied to the carry handle here. You also can weasel some 272 runners in here in a pinch, but it is tight. Where this really shines is when you use multiple bags and can easily transfer everything over without forgetting anything. That's why we also have the Mars Blade hex tool in here. I can just swap this right into the Louise backpack and know that I'm not forgetting anything for roller. So airflow, size, and the accessory bag, those are the big ones for me personally. But with everything else, you just get a nice, pleasant experience. You're never going to lose anything with the high contrast, high visibility yellow bottom. My bag prior to the Pacific Rink one was tattered and really small. When I threw it away, I actually threw away my black skate soakers. The yellow bottom would have prevented that. You've got 3 dividers that I use for skates, gloves, and elbows. The bottom here is also padded, so I actually haven't even replaced my soft skate guards. I just toss my skates right in here naked, so all the ice will melt before I pop the blades out at home to fully dry them. The top panel zippers are great, one on the inside, one on the outside. I put all of my clean, laundered gear in here the night before each skate, and then I put it dirty in the included drawstring on the way home. Now, this could be bigger for me. I can't quite fit my dirty jersey in here with everything else, but you could replace this with anything bigger pretty affordably if that's crucial for you. There's one more pocket on the exterior where I keep some spare steel, but it's enclosed by a defining feature, the padded fold-out footmat. I'm happy to have this as a backup, but I haven't needed it yet. Your locker room mileage may vary, but I play in the first slot of the morning, so the floor might not necessarily be clean, but it is usually dry. There are definitely teams I've played for in the past that I would have used this for occasionally. And if you haven't noticed, you can personalize these bags as well. So I went with a big gold Yosh to match my Blade Tech runners. If you're into pond, if you're into roller, I would check out the Louise backpack as well. I go out and try to improve my balance and my stone hands once or twice a month off ice. It hasn't paid off yet, but maybe someday. And this backpack is a big upgrade from my unstructured duffel bag that I was tossing my roller gear in before. Again, for me, it really goes back to having bags that are great for storage and transport. This backpack is a winner there. We've got a comfortable form factor with dedicated exterior skate pouches, great for keeping them exposed to air. a cooler pocket on the front that I've been cramming biscuits in, a drawstring top opening with buckle close, also a large microfiber pocket on the front, easily big enough for a phone and glasses, and lots of nice to haves, including a fully zippered back panel, great quality zippers by the way, a zippered bottom for shoe storage, a fully openable back, and a laptop sleeve, though unless you're commuting to school or work on a frozen canal, maybe that's a better spot for coaches to store paperwork. On the Conway+Banks site, there's also something for you if you aren't ready to commit, or you have to keep a certain style of unstructured bag for your team. The hockey bag organizer is going to be a good way to get some of the great benefits used with any other bag to start. As I like to say in my camera bag reviews, you're never going to find the perfect bag unless you go out and make one custom for yourself. Hockey bags are no different, but in this case, if you value the airflow, the size, the modularity, and dry feet, the Conway+Banks hockey bag is something that you should take a look at. Again, if that resonates with you, use my link and code below for a discount. Welcome if you're new, I'm Yosh. We cover hockey tech on this channel. Later in the year, we will check on the long-term use of the Sparks Sharpener 3, and we'll take that opportunity to check in on the durability of these hockey bags. Thanks again to Conway+Banks for sponsoring this entire series. That's how this content is possible.